Should you and your spouse have a joint savings and checking account, or is it better to have separate accounts? Recently, I was proposed with this question from a client that I am coaching. Well, guess what? I don't have your answer. You do. All answers lie within. As a coach, I just help you find the right answer for you. Welcome. I'm Tracy Hensel. I'm a certified professional coach and owner of Hensel Coaching and Consulting. My team and I help people like you achieve goals, get over hurdles, identify blind spots, and help in any area that you seek guidance and counsel in. We're life coaches. It's all about your life. To learn more about me, check out my personal brand website. And to learn more about coaching, check out the Hensel Coaching and Consulting website, where you can get to know me and the other coaches of Hensel Coaching and Consulting. We would love to help. So should you and your spouse or significant other have joint checking and savings, or is it better to have single, your own? Well, again, I don't have that answer, and if you really want some help in that area, I would love to help you through coaching. A lot of it really depends on the relationship. There's no right or wrong, good or bad, right? Those are just judgment words. It's whatever's going to serve you. I think a lot of it is when you come into that committed relationship. If you're established, and let's say you are in your 30s and he is as well, then you may be so independent in your finances that you both choose to continue to have separate accounts. For my husband and I, we got married when we were young, very young. So it was very easy to merge our accounts together, and we have always had everything joint. We have everything as ours. Nothing is his or hers. That's worked well for us. I work with couples that have a joint account, but then both he and she have separate accounts as well, and that serves them. It's really a matter of sitting down with your spouse or significant other and making sure that you are on the same page. It's not what anyone else is doing. It's not what Paul and Tracy are doing. It's not what the neighbors are doing. It's not what your colleagues or coworkers are doing. It's not what your brother and sister-in-law are doing. It's what is going to work for the two of you. It's important to sit down. I do believe that all finances should be communicated in marriages or in committed relationships where two people live together and they are sharing bills. All finances should be on the table. You should know what's going on with his. He should know what's going on with yours. That doesn't mean that you need to have joint accounts, but it's very clear and there's an open dialogue about what he has and what you have and where the money is going. When this doesn't happen, friction takes place. Animosity, bickering, disagreements. Very common when you have a couple that's not on the same page. We all know that hidden secrets in any relationship are typically going to compromise that relationship, and finances is a big area. There's some really big areas in relationships, and finances is way up there. If you don't think it is, you may want to shift that lens. So the dialogue, the communication is all on the table. That's open. And the agreement on how you spend your money should be in agreement as well. I love when couples are in a financial position where they have their own little petty cash, their own little elbow room, their own little slush fund, where he can make purchases with his slush fund, she can make purchases with her slush fund, and there's no judgment from either party. That is beautiful. But it also takes being financially sound or financially fit, being financially independent so you can afford to do that. If the two of you are in debt, you're not quite there yet unless that's where you want to hang out. Most often, that won't pan out later on in life. Okay, so important to understand that. Your little separate slush fund can be in a savings or checking account, and you can have a joint account together. Again, there's really no right or wrong, and if you want to explore this further or get more guidance and help, Paul and I, we come together as a team. We can help you in this. We work with couples all the time. Paul works with a lot of people one-on-one, or works with couples without me. If it's the budgeting and financing, often I will have him take over. Many of my clients work with me on all areas of life. This is, diet, exercise, parenting, organization, creating systems, learning the art of time management, habit tracking, setting up tasks. And if they need some assistance or guidance with budgeting and finance, often I will set them up with Paul. I'll allow them to use a couple of their sessions of the package that they purchased with me to work with him. So definitely something to consider. You can always email the customer support if that's something you're looking for, is like a specialized package where you're working with me in some areas and you're working with Paul in your finances and budgeting. But he would love to help you. I would love to help you. Because finances is such a big area in a relationship, this is not one that you want to tiptoe around. Often couples tiptoe around it because it can be really uncomfortable, especially if you're merging together a little bit later in life when you've been independent. Often what we will find out is one party or the other party has done really well with their finances. They've saved money, they've invested money, they've taken the opportunity of plugging into the 401k that their employer offers, and they end up falling in love and getting into a relationship that's committed or marriage, and the other partner is not on the same page, so it's not apples to apples, and this creates a lot of stress on the relationship, which of course we want to avoid, right? We want to avoid. It's just the hardest part is there's really no answer to this because it really requires the couple being open to communicate. Communication is the core for all foundations, including the financial foundation of a relationship. So you have to get the communication going with your partner. You have to know what he's coming and what he's bringing to the table, what you're bringing to the table, what the incomes look like. We often get approached with, if he makes more money than I do, but we're both contributing, should he contribute more, let's say, to the mortgage because his income is higher? We don't have that answer, but we would love to help you with that answer. We only have the answers for how we did things in our home. Every household is going to be different. Every couple is going to be different. We would love to help you create what's going to serve you best, but it's not going to be exactly what we do. We're always happy to share and how it's worked for us, but that doesn't mean it's going to work for you. That's the beauty with coaching. Coaches aren't going to tell you what to do like maybe your family member or your friends are. They're going to tell you, well, you need to do it this way. No, you don't need to do anything. You need to do what works for you and your partner, you and your spouse, you and your significant other. So would love to help you. Hopefully this can inspire and motivate you to get the dialogue going with your partner, and you can sit down, and if the two of you feel that you need some help and you need someone else, a non-biased person to step in there, we would love to be those coaches for you. So all of the information to look into coaching and the packages will be in the description box below today's video or on the corresponding blog post. But I would say many of you, if not all of you, should be able to walk away from today's video with enough nuggets to have an idea what is going to serve you and your partner best. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you soon right here on YouTube. Take care.